the top. I don't know. Yeah, recording in progress. And as long as you accept that, I appreciate you. Um, I am very happy that you're on live because for me, I think the vibe of having you here live is a far better feel than to watch it on your own. But nonetheless, here I am. My name is Jill Kelty Dilling. So some of you are brand new in my world and in my life because of following and seeing what I've been up to on socials. So I am 50 years old and I will be 51 in April. And I am a mom of two. So I have a 21-year-old son and an 8-year-old daughter. So very far apart. My story is, I have a big story in my life of the years I've put into this on this earth, and that is that I have had two marriages that have broken up, have had a child with each, and I am now married to my wife Sarah. And so this is, a lot to deal with throughout a lifetime, but I'm very proud to be where I am at this moment in time and the happiest I could ever be. So, in these pictures that you see on this slide, I did this photo shoot 1 year ago. And so I have a few more tattoos, and I actually am 1 year older than these pictures, but still very similar to what's going on. And I have on here, it says reverse aging equals more vibrancy and glow. So what system I deliver, I'm not going to lie, I get this a lot. A lot of the words I use in my presentations are from my clients who have had the testimonies of what they've felt from what I've delivered and what I've offered as a solution for what they were looking for. A lot of people said they feel like they're reversing in age. And that is a really cool feel because I don't think that's something that I thought was going to happen. I knew that I would get fat loss results, weight loss results, more energy, more muscle mass if they're working out, lifting. But I just didn't realize that the reverse aging feel was going to be a comment. I chose to call my presentation Strong is Confident. I have also known from my clients throughout the last 2 years of doing online training and nutrition coaching that the word confidence is the word that has been huge for most people as they've gone through their journey of weight loss, that they've become more confident in the clothing they're putting on. They've become more confident in going to their children's birthday parties and different things that they've had to present themselves to. They've been more confident going into their spouse's work events or what have you. They've been more confident to go out with their friends and in the social situations. They've been more confident putting on a bikini before going on the beach at the all-inclusive instead of covering up. There's so many times I've heard the word confidence come out and that they have gained that confidence back, or a newfound confidence. So that's huge, I think, for going forward in that. So the next here, am I covering up my slide with your faces when I have your pictures on? Yes or no? Jen, yes or no? No. Okay. So I'm just moving. I'm just like to see faces. So what do I do? Did you know that over 70% of women in perimenopausal and menopausal experience weight gain, but less than 25% ever get the help they need? I truly know that this has become a problem where a lot of people in this age demographic, I would say pretty much 39 plus year olds, 40 for sure in our 40s, and then well into our 50s, we're feeling this, that we don't know that there's a solution. So we stop looking or we start scrolling for things to help us, or we do our own research. And research is great, and I'm always willing to be challenged on anything that you know from something else. However, I just want you to know that I have a system that has been like, I almost would say 99% has worked across the board for hundreds of people. And that's a very big, that's a good stat to have. And the only reason I can really safely say that somebody hasn't had results, it's because they gave up on themselves. And that to me that's something I don't let go easily. I don't let go of relationships easily. So I would constantly be trying to fix that for a person. And but in all honesty, what happens is they're not ready. So that is a big message. If you're ready to make a change, then I can make that change for you. Like I can help you get there. I 100% I know I can. So losing weight during menopause isn't about eating less, it's about eating smarter. It's about balancing your hormones through the food choices you're making and fueling your body the right way. There are foods that, yeah, I'm going to suggest we kick to the curb. And then there's some foods that I'm going to ask you to bring into your life. So during menopause, perimenopause, menopause, your estrogen and progesterone levels fluctuate. They're all over the place. There's lots of things that change. We tend to get more belly fat. We tend to put more fat weight on our overall body. And then that in turn turns into lack of confidence and basically a lot of hormonal issues. So, um, this is me. I'm a nutrition coach and personal trainer. I've been a personal trainer since I was 19 years old. So going on 32 years almost of being it says 34, but I could say I started very young, but really started getting paid as a trainer 32 years ago. And it was a passion that I found. In my slide here, it says at 16, I discovered my passion for fitness. I was a really bad kid, really bad teenager. And the gym saved me. Otherwise, I would have been somewhere else doing drugs and doing things that I shouldn't have been doing. But the gym saved me because I decided to start going to the gym at 16 and lifting weights. And I started lifting weights because I wanted to have muscle and I wanted to look like certain girls that I saw in fitness magazines, because sometimes that's where it starts, right? An image you see and you want to duplicate that. The gym became my sanctuary and my saving through a rough childhood. And despite the challenges, I thrived thanks to my dad's high expectations of me, and he pushed me hard. Fitness became my identity. I became the friend in the group that knew how to get in shape. And so that was my identity from a very young age, leading me to become a personal trainer very young. And I then went to university and became a high school phys ed teacher. And I was a phys ed teacher who just resigned last year in June. And I was a phys ed teacher for 28 years. And I just retired. So for 32 years, I was prioritizing lifting heavy and staying fit and being on a journey that has resiliency, hard work. And after having two kids, I always continued to believe that I could still have the same body I had when I was 30 and 40. And then I had Ruby at 42 years old. And I now am very happy to know that I am stronger and very much more fulfilled in my life, being married to my wife and having a life of fitness and health and wellness. Um, so my system, this is interesting. I just took a few things on my list to list off that I've heard people tell me that has happened for them that I wouldn't have otherwise thought would be a result. And that is all of a sudden a mom who used to sit on the picnic tables at the lodge watching her children ski now straps the skis on at 53 years old and she's out on the hill like she used to before they were born. And so that makes me emotional and it makes me feel so much pride in my system because I've been able to give that back to a person. Fit back into a pair of jeans. Like, let's be honest, who's super happy that our style these days is high-waisted and bigger pants? Like, who doesn't love that? Because 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, low riding jeans, tight jeans were in, and that's not fun. But a great style now, but it is a very nice feeling to put on a pair of jeans that maybe you've been waiting to slip on and they feel better. Go to girls' night out. I've had some gals who have messaged me and said, like, this is the first time in a long time that I felt very comfortable in my skin to go out and feel good in my outfit with my girls' night out. And wear the dress. There's somebody on this tonight who I know went to a wedding not too long ago in December or something. And I am very happy to know that they trusted to send me pictures of themselves in different dresses and different outfits in order to kind of lock it in as to what outfit they should wear. But that person, like, was beaming in the family photo at the wedding when I saw them. Like, I asked, please send me pictures, please send me pictures, because I want to see the joy that is coming from having this system work for them to be able to feel comfortable in that dress or in that situation. A lot of women lose a lot of breast fat and are able to close a jacket or wear a blazer that they never had, well, that they almost thought they were going to Goodwill because they thought, well, what's the point? I'm never going to fit back into this. And then they do. Um, show up to the special events, wear a swimsuit and feel amazing. I mean, we're not looking to go on the stage in heels as a fitness model. That's not who I coach. I don't do that. I don't coach people to go on stage and do those kind of fitness shows. I coach people to live a life of confidence and happy and joy and be comfortable in their skin. And we shouldn't be covering up. We shouldn't be, and we shouldn't need to, but sometimes it takes a little help to feel more confident to throw on that bathing suit. Take a photo without hesitation so that you don't hide. Meet new people without feeling self-conscious, and then dance at a wedding without holding back. And that's just the confidence piece. My lift system. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, because a lot of people say, well, what does this look like? Like, you sound like you've got something really special, Jill. But like, I don't get it. I don't get, and don't have a picture of what it is that you're delivering. I actually have a guest on here who was a client of mine who went through the whole process of the 15 weeks that I usually prescribe. And why I say usually, it's because it's your prerogative. It is your prerogative, your money, your commitment, and your time that you want to put into something. But I, as a realistic trainer, can tell you that 3 phases of 5 weeks each is what I prescribe. And the reason for that is this. Phase 1, onboarding with an intake form. After tonight's call, I want everybody to text message me their email so that I can send you an intake form. It's free, it's no commitment, absolutely just tells me about you and what your goals are and what struggles you've had. And it's a really cool kind of survey for me to check out for giving you feedback about what I can do to help you. Macronutrient coaching. This is huge. You can go on Instagram, you can go on YouTube, but really you need personalized coaching with this system of macronutrient counting in order for you to get the results and have somebody watching. Because otherwise, if you don't have somebody watching, it's really easy to throw another tablespoon of peanut butter, put another dollop of butter on top of something. And it's not because those things are bad for you, it's because they need to be measured. And it needs to be a partnership so that you understand what food equals and the volume of food that you need in order to thrive. You need daily food tracking to understand the effect that food has on your body. So we have daily check-ins. Like, literally, we talk every day. We don't need to text message long texts. All I need to do is see your macronutrient breakdown for the day and your weight that you have so that it coincides with how the food is behaving in your body to how much weight you should be losing. So, habit coaching and lifelong learning, macronutrient balance. You will know for the rest of your life how to keep the weight off, no matter if you go on an all-inclusive vacation or you go on 3 weeks to Italy. You will always know, because of what I taught you, how to behave to keep the weight off or to lose more if that's your prerogative forever. I am a teacher by trade. My mission is to teach. And my mission is to empower people to know the answer for the rest of their life. Uh, Grocery shopping support, 100%. Like, I have a client who's actually 22 years old in university in Texas. And was at the grocery store on Sunday and she's messaging me, she's sending me pictures of like her loaf of bread. Is this good, Jill? Is this? And I love it. I love hanging out with people doing that. So that is a part of my coaching. Daily check-ins for accountability and 24/7 support. And what I mean by that is no, I'm not going to answer you right at the time that you message me sometimes. Sometimes I'm sleeping when you're not and vice versa. But what I mean by that is I will definitely daily, 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 daily. I don't say let's just check in every Thursday. I say let's check in every day. And if there's something that's bugging you, you need to let me know. I'm here for the ups and the downs and all the things, and I will help you through them. I have a free app that I deliver to you for home workouts and wellness plans and education and optimal foods for effective weight loss. So I will give you things to take away and things to add. So that's the first 5 weeks. And in the first 5 weeks, I can almost pinky swear guarantee to you that the majority of you would lose at least 7 pounds, if not up to 11 pounds in the first 5 weeks. I cannot like I can almost put that in writing, like let's pretend I am. I will do that for you. And I wanted to explain the second phase very quickly because the second phase, you no longer use an app to record your food, like with macros. I now give you things to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then I monitor it based on an amount of food you need to eat, but you're eating whole food. But you are also going to be supplementing a little bit, so I'll get to that. But not a lot, mostly whole foods. Again, daily check-ins, accountability, customized exercise programming. For the second phase, usually people are like, okay, Jill, I got the first 10 pounds off. I'm ready to start hitting the weights a little harder. Because in the first phase of 5 weeks, I ask you to work out, but I ask you to do the workouts that you are comfortable with because I don't want to overwhelm you. Any movement works, any movement. I do give you an app with all kinds of daily workouts that you can do so you are guided. It's just that it's not a strength training program necessarily by me. And so in the second phase, I give you a strength training program that you can do at home or at the gym that you have a membership at. Or maybe you have a home gym, maybe you just have a few dumbbells, maybe you have a Peloton, maybe you whatever. We work it out and I figure out how to design that for you to get strength building and toning. And then specific meal plans, like I said, to teach you how to build your plate. Okay. And then guidance on eating lifelong success for events, celebrations, birthdays, all the things that you attend and go to. I do that in phase one as well. But in phase two might be when you're actually going on that vacation because now you've lost 12 to 15 pounds and now you're off to to Cabo. And you're like, I did this in the first 12 weeks of your program. When I get back, I'm just going to keep right back at it and keep learning. And then that's when we go to phase three, which is the last 5 weeks. So the first phase is 5 weeks. The second phase is 5 weeks, which equals 10. The third phase is 5 weeks, which equals 15 weeks. So I review the food that you've been doing in your second phase. We make tweaks and adjustments. If you need to get another 8 to 12 pounds off, we will work towards that. But if you're a person who's almost hit your goal weight at this point, and you say, well, what would be the point of me staying with you for this third phase if I've already gotten to that goal weight? Your goal weight may be hit, but it doesn't mean it stays there because you just stop. We need to maintain and we need to figure out how to stay there. So we work together at that and we stay accountable to each other until you know, pardon? Oh, until you know that, it's, set in and that you're actually able to sustain and maintain it. Now, I analyze the success you're having. I adjust plans. I give you more, if everyone could mute their line, that'd be great. I can give you more strength training program during this phase, and then we have ongoing accountability until that phase is done, so that you feel comfortable now letting me go. And we're never gone from each other. We just don't need to be doing check-ins constantly. Now, if you don't mind, I am going to ask my very rock star client if she would share her journey through the program of the three phases. And I asked her previous to this, so I know she knows. And I'll give you the floor, Erin, if you'd like to speak.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Hi, sorry, I'm just in the middle of bedtime here. But yeah, so I did three phases with Jill, and I went into it thinking, I can't make any changes. It's not going to work. I don't know if I can do it, and a lot of self-doubt. And I just turned 45 in January, and I started the program with Jill in June. And I lost almost 25 pounds, I guess it is. And I have a 5-year-old daughter. So I hadn't been able to lose any weight postpartum. So I thought, it's time. And I entered into the program with Jill. And, it was, it was easy. Like it was easy to follow. The accountability was key. Um, like I said, I started in June, and I went through like summer vacations. We went to Hawaii for 10 days, went to California, and with the tools um, that she taught me, I was able to get through that time and eating out and events and that kind of thing. So um, yeah, and like Jill was saying before about confidence, like yeah, the seeing the number on the scale go down for me was great, but the confidence was what was really, something that I didn't expect, and it just feels great, and I'm shopping in my closet again with clothes that fit me 6 years ago. So that feels really good. So yeah, like it's just the accountability and the tools that Jill teaches or taught me is something that's going to stick with me for a lifetime. It's not something that I'm going to rebound off of, or go back to the way I was. So
And Erin, if you were to share what happens over Christmas with holiday, and you said, oh, like, oh, I saw a couple pounds creep up,
yeah,
but you know
yes,
exactly why they crept up. Like it wasn't a
yeah.
mystery, right?
Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't. Like I kind of let the reins go a little bit over Christmas, like everyone does. I think that's normal, and just being out of routine, and I did see the scale creep up, and um, but that was okay because I knew, once we get back into the routine and back on track, it it came off again, and also there was some days where I thought, oh no, this tomorrow the scale's really going to show what I did today, and it didn't as much as I thought it would. So my body is just, I think, kind of retrained, and I think I've got my metabolism going again, which is key in it as well. So, but yeah, like we back to school beginning of January and back into routine, and I'm back to where I was before. So
Yeah. Thank you, Erin. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So next. All right, so here's the supplements. So I said I had supplements. Now I have these supplements. This is my brand. Why I have to show this to you is because I believe wholeheartedly that we need convenience, pieces and tools in order to be successful when things get rough and tough and busy. No, you're not to be on 2 shakes a day. No, you're not supposed to be having meal replacements instead of eating food all the time. But we're not going to be delusional in thinking that at some point in our lifestyle that we will skip a meal because we don't have time. And I do know, and I give you grace to know that this is something that will happen, but I want to make sure you're fed and fueled properly. So these supplements are vegan, which means to me dairy free. I don't eat vegan. I eat all kinds of meat. I am allergic to beef, unfortunately, for some of you farmers out there who probably it's just like an amazing meat to have. Like I just can't. I can have venison. I just learned that. And so I'm not a vegetarian and I don't promote that. But if you are, you can still do this program. But vegan means dairy free. So that's important to me. And then these are gluten free. So if you're celiac or anything like that or have an intolerance, these are safe. They're also cruelty free, so there's no animal byproducts or animals tested on with this product whatsoever. But they're also botanically based, so they're all plant based and plant powered. So we have a greens product that gives you gut health and gut like good gut flora, good gut microbiome, getting the gut set and ready to accept and digest food properly and break food down. Breaking food down is a thing. We need digestive enzymes, and that's what the greens do for you. Plus, it has collagen, which all of us in our demographic in life, we are losing collagen. So we need support to give our bodies that collagen support. And so that's what we have. And also, there's fiber. That last gut health fiber, probiotic fiber, is a powder that's tasteless, odorless, and goes into your shakes, goes into pancakes, goes into sauces, goes into water if you just want to chug it. It goes into muffins and any type of baking that you do in order to add fiber to your diet, which keeps you fuller longer and also helps with your gut microbiome. It's very important. So many pieces to this will amplify the wellness, but it'll also help with convenience. But we do most times, because I want you to eat food, is we go towards the whole foods. Okay. So these are the different products. Okay, so I have some case study testimonies that I am super proud of with some of these clients that I have. And I'm going to tell you that this woman here, being 49 years old and losing that body fat off of her, meant the world to her. And so this is Sarah. She's a realtor, mom of 2 teenage boys. And over the past 4.5 months, she successfully shed 25 pounds and maintained this for a year. So it says over the past, but over a 4.5 month period. So it's been a year since I've trained Sarah, and she's now off and running and doing her own thing. She doesn't need to see me anymore, but she's massively reduced inflammation and very much so dropped body fat. And you can see that. She shifted her focus from cardio because she was a runner to lifting weights. And then her body shrunk and became a lot more toned. So this is Sarah. And then the next one is I have Tanya. Tanya is 58 years old. And as you can see, the transformation. One of my favorites of Tanya's is her back before and after, and then her front. And when I look at her back, I see her butt came in. I see her waist has shrunk. I see that her back has become a lot more shaped without having so much body fat. It's the only way I can explain it to all of you. And when I look at her front, her belly tightened up and it actually shows her ribs. But what you can see is she's a mom. She was a mom and she has loose skin in the front. I have loose skin in the front of my belly. When we have children, that happens, but we can reduce the body fat, which is the visceral fat in our organs, in and around our organs, which is the dangerous fat to be carrying. And then when you do that, you start to shrink. Now, the other thing in the middle picture is you can tell she's lost cellulite in her tricep arm area. She's now a lot smoother. And so that is something I assure people is that when you stick with my program and you start to lose weight, your skin becomes smoother. And that just the appeal of that is just a lot nicer to look at, but it really means you've lost body fat. Now, the next one is Candace, and Candace is 44. She's a mom of two. This is one of my most prideful of like because of the relationship I had with Candace. I think it was 15 years ago. I met Candace as a fitness instructor, and then she had her kids, and then she got a hold of me and she said, "Jill, I don't know what to do. I think I thought I should know because I'm a fitness instructor, but I don't know. And I'm working as a kindergartner or some kind of teacher at some little I said middle school age daughter. Oh, preschool teacher. She's a preschool teacher. And she was like, I don't have any time to work out, and I've put on so much body fat, I'm embarrassed. And I was like, listen, friend, I got you. I've got you, and I will help you. And she was like, nothing's ever worked. I've tried 3 different diets. I've tried this one with pills, keto, and then I tried this other diet. Nothing works. I hired a trainer. She didn't even pay any attention to me, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, Candace, you've given me a huge challenge because I want to be the change that makes you who you want to be and then forever. Because that's my mission is to never have you rely on me after we finish when you get to your goal. I want you to be able to just thrive and keep going on your own. So I could have read all this, but for sake of looking at Candace, you can tell what happened. Like look at her beaming and it's beautiful. And I asked her to come on and speak today too, but she wasn't able. So here's my offer. Now, my offer, obviously, at the end of the day, this is a business that I run, and my offer ends up being that there's first five, if you only want to do 5 weeks and test me out and see if this will actually work for 5 weeks, it's 500 Canadian. And why 5 weeks is because I think 4 weeks is too short and five is a good amount of time. And those of you who know me and as a personal trainer, if you're in the gym and you do 3 sets and then you try for the fourth set of working out, my grading as a school teacher, if you do 5 sets, you're at 100%. And that's because I think five is just a better number for success. Yes, you will get a personalized nutrition, like where we will talk and get you going with your own personal numbers for macronutrient balance. And then we'll have daily check-ins, and you will get, with the 500, you will get a 20% discount off a package of the tools in the supplements, and those will be purchased with that 500. So you don't do an extra purchase to get the supplements. They're included in this 500. So I would grab you a $200 package from this 500 in order to supplement your 5 weeks. So that's the first one. But then if you do the 15 weeks all in and you do $1,200 for for 3 phases of 5 weeks, that's 15 weeks. And you save a shit ton of money. And you also get a lot more me and you get a lot more results. And you will have ups and downs and oops and ah and ha ha aha moments. There's going to be everything. And in 15 weeks, if you have a vacation, a wedding, a whatever celebrations are going on, you have whatever is going to be thrown at you in 15 weeks, we will handle it. Like Erin said, you can go away. We don't need to disconnect ourselves from each other. It just turns into a different offering because you're now eating differently where you are, and maybe you want my support. And that's what I'm here for. So in the 15 weeks all in program, you can do it in installments. It doesn't matter if you do it in 400, 400, and 400, or you do it in 600 and 600 in 2 times. It doesn't matter to me. It's just you committing and investing in you. If you don't have a buy-in, you just don't stick to it. And that's sort of the truth. I'm a very affordable trainer, and I don't know if you know what prices are out there for things, but 1,200 for 15 weeks is what you would normally pay 1,200 for 4 weeks of training a personal trainer in a gym. It's $1,200, $800 to $1,200 for 1 month of training in a gym without nutrition. And so I just want you to know. And then you still get your product purchase bundle in your first 5 week month. Like I purchased that for you in your first 5 weeks, and we get you a bundle, and then you're continue to keep just replenishing after that. So my secret is simple. Hard work pays off. Whether you're perimenopausal or menopausal, you can transform your life through dedication and strength. These two pictures to end my presentation, the one in the white, you can tell with my tattoo and maybe my face. I was 39 in that picture in the white, and I'm 50, no, 49 in the picture in the red short. So I just want you to know my dedication to myself is that I stay the course, and the course always is true for me is that it's hard work, but it's worth it. And it makes me feel amazing. And that's what I want to do for you guys. So, um, here we are, and I want to know if there are questions, and I will go to the chat. And so, do you eliminate all dairy? I'm dairy sensitive, but have continued with Greek yogurt and cottage cheese never to get more protein. So, very good question, and I'm going to answer that as a yes, you can eat Greek yogurt. It is one of those superfoods, in my opinion. I have to tell you, I have to be dairy free. I eat goat yogurt. So I have to have goat cheese, goat yogurt, goat milk, or non-dairy milk. So I drink, coconut and almond milk. But yes, Jennifer, you can have Greek yogurt, full fat if you care to, doesn't matter, but no flavors, like no vanilla, no strawberry, no whatever. And that's because we don't need the added sugar because we just put real fruit in it, right? And then cottage cheese, yes, cottage cheese is totally okay because it is another one of those things that I think is a great addition to a diet. Now, if for some reason you're still feeling puffy, bloated, and inflamed, I would ask you to go clean of about 85 to 90% of your dairy because it can make you hold fluff. Like it can actually make you hold puffiness. So, good question. Thank you. Um, you have to take off and get kids to bed, Rochelle. Thank you so much for jumping on that. That's amazing. I'm so happy to have seen you, Rochelle, your name. Um, so I'm going to send I love lifting heavy, but I'm super interested. Okay. So Jen, my advice to people who have injuries and say, is this a good time for me to do this program? Because I'm injured and I'm laid up. I'm like, it's a perfect time because my first 5 weeks is very nutrition focused so that you can learn what food is doing to your body and then lose some of that body fat. So then the workout seems so much better and the effect on the body. You start to see like, oh, I have lines in my arms and my quads and I'm shrinking in my waist. I feel great. And then in the second phase, I give you a heavier lifting program prescribed. Now, I want to make sure I'm going to put my cell phone number, and I want all of you, 993-5253. I want you guys to text me and put this. So I'm just going to use Jennifer as an example. You're going to put Jennifer, like you can put your last name, and then put your email. And yeah, for sure. And then I'll save your number and then we're on our way and I'll send you the intake form on your text message. But send me your email, but I can send it to your text message. Either way, I'm going to send you an intake form, and the intake form is fun. It's fun to fill out because it kind of makes you kind of eye open and go, oh, those are interesting questions. Okay. And then you can tell me a little more about you. And then I'll have a personal discussion with each of you. So, looking forward to chatting more. Thanks, Jen, and getting the intake form. So yeah, blow up my phone. And it is 7:45. Woo, thank goodness. I was like, I am a long-winded person, as you can tell. I love to chat. Um, And I'm proud of myself for going 45 minutes because I could have been more rambly like I am right now. But I am actually waiting to see if there are more questions because I can close this and say we're done, or I can, you know, be here for a few more questions that might help other people too. But the other thing that I would love to tell you is that this is no secret. I want to help the masses. I have said to my wife, if I could have a stage, I would stand on a stage and I would be like, I need all of you to know there is an answer. And hard work is, a part of things. To get anything that's worth it is hard work. But it's not scary work because I'm there for you. And Erin told you that. And I mean, her transformation is wild when I think about what happened for her. Um, just inflammation. If you had known her prior, now like she's an absolutely like bombshell. And but before that, she was hiding. And I was like, oh, that's not cool. Something needs to change, right? So she took that leap. So okay. Thanks for the information. Okay, Edie, Eddie, I don't know. I don't know exactly how to say your name. You're new to me. Thank you so much for being on. I will let you all go. I did record for those who I guess might need to have this after. I wanted you to know you can share this with other people and let them know that I'm here for them in this stage of life. Um, I'm going to stop recording.